and welcome to this discussion on your IP or future with Creative First. Our guest today is model and actress Salonie Patel. She made her debut in the Punjabi music song Chakwe Suit. As an actor, she has worked in several web series such as Sony Libs, Heartbreak Hotel, Z5's Cold Lassi or Chicken Masala, Campus Diaries on MX, and The Riker Case on Woot. She has acted in the short film The Good News. The film went on to bag the Best Short Film Award at the Washington, D.C. South Asian Film Festival 2022 and the New Jersey International Film Festival 2023. As a model, she has appeared in several ad films for leading brands such as Sunsilk, Tanishq, and Tata Clay. She holds a degree in engineering from ITM University, New Delhi. Salonie, welcome to this discussion. Salonie, tell us a bit about how you decided to shift careers and take up modeling and acting full time.
So I was actually working in the corporate space. I was in Tata Consultancy Services for 2 years, and I was bored out of my mind because I was always this creative person who would be on stage doing something or the other throughout school and college. But I don't come from the industry. I don't have anybody remotely connected to how the industry works. So I had no way to figure out how to enter it. But I guess when you really want something, the path just shows up, and that's sort of what happened to me, because I quit my job to go in for an MBA. But I got an offer from a modeling agency which was based in Delhi. It was called Purple Thoughts, and they reached out to me on Facebook. And it's very uncanny because when you're not from the industry, you're usually scared about these things, and I didn't know if it was fake or not, but I decided to check it out, and it was very, very legit. It still exists. It's a very good agency if anybody wants to start their careers out there in Delhi. And that's how it all began, actually. I started with them, and they only got me to Bombay also.
What are some things that anyone starting off in the industry should remember? Any red or green flags that you can point out?
I think the most important thing, if you really want to do this, is you have to give it a shot. You have to take that leap of faith. You have to meet new people. Like I said, I thought maybe that agency was fake, right? But I did go and meet the owner. Do it safely. Talk to your family about it. Don't do anything on your own. Have that kind of support. It's very important. I think these would just be the key things to keep in mind when you're starting off.
Are there any specific things you've learned that work for you or don't contractually?
So every contract, there's no set standard. Every contract is so different from the other, because the channel is involved, and you'll have the kind of role that you're playing. Are you playing the lead in the show, or are you playing a supporting part? How many days of work are you going to be doing? All of these things sort of matter when the contract is being formed. But definitely what is most important for me to look at when I am reading my contract, or if I have a lawyer who is doing it for me, one is that if things go wrong, what is the way out? Because usually I find that the contracts are very one-sided, and the actor really doesn't have any say in case if things don't work out and they want to step out. Usually that clause is not mentioned there. So I usually have to discuss it with the team, get something added. So I think that's very important for me. And of course, the payment terms, when and how are you going to be paid? What will be the tranches of the payment? Because again, everybody has a different policy of doing that. And I want it to be done a certain way. So these things matter a lot.
Now that influencers also walk the ramp, sometimes there has been conjecture where, such should be the case since Indian models, supermodels are trained professionals, while influence might not be. What are your thoughts?
I think what you just said is very, very factual. Yes, there are trained models who have given it their life. The kind of experience they have, an influencer will not have, and therefore will not be able to replace them in the sense. You will need models, you will need that kind of experience on ramp. But having said that, I feel like influencers have also worked very hard to be where they are. It's very difficult to gain traction and make content every day, and it's work, and it's hard work. And I think if they're there on ramp, they're wanted by a designer, they've earned that place. And I feel when you earn something, you deserve it. So I don't think it's a bad thing. I think there should be a balance. The imbalance is what is bothersome. not the fact that they've come in, because I don't think they take away from anything. They just add more value. They bring more business, they bring in larger audience for the designer who's trying to sell their clothes and showcase their clothes. So I think it's just the amalgamation of two. If it's balanced, it'll be beautiful.
The short film Good News you were a part of got recognized internationally and won awards. As a female actor in the film, what is the response and effect of such a recognition?
It's very, it's so heartwarming, and it's so lovely to see your work being appreciated. There is so much that goes into making even a short film. The kind of team and effort, and there's somebody who's sat down and wrote the script for so long, and then finally it's resulted into this beautiful film. So it's very heartwarming. It's very nice. I think still short films need a bigger platform for more people to be able to watch them. Hotstar has given us that with Good News, which is great. It's a big platform and Good News is on it, and I'm sure it'll reach a lot more people. But I wish that there are so many good short films out there, that deserve this kind of a platform. So yeah, it's heartwarming, but I really want that change to come where you have a bigger platform for films like Good News.
How important is it to have an agency represent you as a female talent?
So my take on it is I've always been with an agency. I have never operated on my own. I have always seen the worth of an agency because they have really, really helped me understand the industry better. You feel safer when you don't know anybody, because there's somebody who has been there, been around, has the experience, can guide you if you have any problems, right? So I feel if you're starting out new and you don't know anything and you come from nowhere, like I did not know anything, an agent is an asset, a good agent and a good agency, because they can really bring a lot to the table. They can take care of your headaches, your contracts, your payments, who you're supposed to meet, who's legit, who isn't. All of these questions can be very, very confusing. So for me, an agency works for sure.
What are some of your key learnings as a female actor in the industry?
I think female or not, as an actor, my key learning is that it is so important to educate yourself and train yourself as an actor, and not just rely on the natural gifts that you have, which could be the way you look, the way you talk, maybe some acting skills, maybe you can sing and dance. If you want to be an actor, learn how to act. Female or not. I think that's the most important thing. Train yourself, hone your craft, and that will take you a long way.
And for all those youngsters out there who are aspiring to be actors or be part of the industry in the best way possible, what's your message to them?
Be yourself. Just that's what makes you unique. That is what will take you a long way, because people will want you for you. If you're trying to be somebody else, emulate somebody else, I don't know if that works any longer. I don't think it does. There are roles for everybody, all kinds of people. So the way you look, the way you are doesn't really matter anymore. Train yourself, educate yourself, and just be who you are, no matter what. That would be what I want to say.
Thank you so much, Salonie. It was a wonderful conversation with you, and I'm sure a lot of people out there are going to be motivated listening to this conversation.
Thank you
Thank you from all of us here at Creative First.
Thank you, Rota.